If you're watching this and you are a busy woman over 30 who is stuck in a weight loss plateau and you want clarity and next steps on how to break out of that, this training is going to break down the 3 steps to lose your next 10 pounds of midsection fat and break out of that weight loss plateau. Now, you're going to want to stay till the end because I am actually giving you guys a bonus resource, because what's crazy is that so many people, they opt into the resource and then they're too busy to actually ever watch the resource, so then stay stuck. But you're not one of them because you're here. You are watching this video, so you're already way ahead of like 90% of women that are trying to lose weight. So at the end, I'm going to actually give you guys a quiz that will give you your exact specific results. And on top of that, I'm actually going to walk through someone who actually submitted our quiz to show you the thought process behind their results. So stay till the end because there's lots of gold nuggets here. Step 1 on how to lose your next 10 pounds, get out of this weight loss plateau, is fix your metabolism before chasing fat loss. When your weight loss stalls, your metabolism is usually slowed down to protect you. Stop eating like a rabbit, stop skipping meals. We actually have to shift to eat more food. Signs that this is happening right now for you currently is fat loss stop despite you're doing everything right. You have low energy, poor recovery, you're sore often, you have high intense cravings, you're eating less, but you're not losing more. Telltale signs that you need to give your metabolism a break, and we need to fix that here. What's really happening is that your body adapts by burning fewer calories at rest. And then the goal now is to increase your metabolic demand, not slash your calories further. I'm actually going through this phase currently. I started eating more food as of last week, and I'm actually down 2 pounds. It's crazy what happens when we fuel our body, because our body starts to upregulate to match the amount of food, and it signals to our body that we can lose more fat. And so that's why you're in that plateau right now. What to do? You need to eat enough protein and total calories to support muscle. That's about 0.8 grams per your body weight, ideally. Now, don't go eating all of this protein tomorrow because that's going to hurt your stomach. We need to slowly increase your calories to your maintenance calories by adding about 100 more calories per week. Ideal scenario is that most of these calories that you're adding week after week come from protein. Slowly increase your protein to where it needs to be. Prioritize your sleep and recovery. These are huge metabolic drivers, you guys. Sleep and recovery is actually when your body gets to repair itself, which is going to, in turn, equal better fat loss. And stop relying on your daily intense cardio. If you're doing HIIT, group fitness classes, like any type of boot camps or anything like that, stop doing those because that's actually just doing more harm than good at this point. Step 2, build more muscle. Midsection fat is often the last place to go because it's hormonally protected. The fastest way to access it is by increasing your lean muscle mass. Why this works is because muscle increases your resting metabolic rate. Strength training improves insulin sensitivity and your body becomes more efficient at using fat for fuel. The more muscle that you have, the more you can eat, and the faster your body will burn fat when you have more muscle. It's just the way it works. So the more muscle you have on your body, the more fat you will lose. So focus on progressive resistance training 2 to 4 times per week, compound movements such as squats, hinges, presses, pulls, training intensity over duration. So it doesn't matter that you're going to the gym and working out for hours. You don't need to do that. Choose a 30 to 45 minute workout that's going to kick your butt. Like intensify your workouts versus making them longer. Don't just go through the motions with your 5-pound dumbbells. Like challenge yourself. Fat loss accelerates when your body needs more energy to exist. Step 3, we are working smarter, not harder. So many of you guys out there are working harder, not smarter, and that's why you're stuck. Your body is not a machine. You cannot run it to the ground. It's like filling up your car with gas and then expecting your car to never have to get gas again. Our bodies are just like cars. What happens when we don't put gas in our car? We run out of gas, right? Our bodies are the same way. If we're not putting gas in our bodies, well, that sounds weird. We don't need to put gas in our bodies. But if we're not recharging our bodies are going to be on empty and fat loss will be impossible. And then on top of that, you're going to experience more hormonal breakdowns, poor biofeedback, etc. Basic habits to have in place to protect this from happening. At least 3 balanced meals a day with a protein, a carb, and a fat. Yes, that means breakfast. Eat your breakfast. Intentional rest days for your body to recover. Okay. 10 minutes of stress management per day, breathing, stretching, walking, meditation, prayer. All of these things are great options to just be. Ground yourself, let your cortisol regulate. It's going to make you lose fat easier. And then drink your water. Water is really important for fat loss and feeling satiated throughout your day. Congrats, you've made it to the entirety of this resource. Most women do opt into something and never listen to it. So you're ahead of most women. You are an action taker. So because you're different, I'm giving you another resource. I've created a metabolic quiz here that will actually pinpoint your specific metabolism, your body based on your dieting history, your current biofeedback, what you're experiencing. And then it's going to give you tailored next steps on what to do next. Okay, so if you click here, you'll be taken to the quiz. This is the same quiz that has helped hundreds of women lose the stubborn 10 pounds already. So all you'll need to do is take the quiz here. It's about 10 to 12 questions, all multiple choice. It only takes 3 minutes, and it'll give us a really good idea on where your metabolism is at. From there, you'll actually get emailed your results. Now, we break this down into 3 different categories: very sluggish metabolism, sluggish metabolism, and healthy metabolism. And all of this is dependent on many factors, but you will get yours pinpointed and uncovered in this quiz. So do take this quiz. But I wanted to take this even a step further, because here's the thing. If you're opting in for this resource, you're in a weight loss plateau, I can almost guarantee that your metabolism is going to be on either the sluggish or the very sluggish scale here. So I wanted to actually take or go through a quiz with you from someone who actually took this quiz, and kind of break down my thoughts after reviewing this, so that way you actually get real-time feedback on your results as well, because more than likely they're going to be similar. So let's hop into this. This is someone who took our quiz named Amber. She's in her 30s, and her results, which we'll go through, are here. So Amber, she has been on a diet pretty much always for the last 5 years. So she hasn't given her body a break. Her body is undergoing a copious amount of stress, because dieting is stress on your body. Okay. She's eating more food. She's stopping dieting. Her weight doesn't really go anywhere. She's waking up always feeling tired. Okay. That's a huge indicator that our metabolism is not in a great place. She's also noticing thinning hair, brittle nails, or dry skin. This could also be a byproduct of, again, high stress, slow metabolism, maybe even hormonal things that are going on under that. In addition to her thin hair, brittle nails, dry skin, she's also experiencing some constipation, which, again, huge red flag here, guys. If you are not eating enough, your body will be constipated. Okay. She's feeling bloated and puffy. Again, if we're not eating enough food, our body is going to show that through those signs of constipation, feeling bloated, puffy, etc. She's getting hungry within the hour, which means she's probably not eating a lot of food in her her calories aren't. She's not eating a lot of food in her meals. So also probably I can assume, Amber, you're not eating a lot of protein. So that means that you're probably feeling pretty hungry, because protein is the macro that's going to keep you satiated and full in between your meals. So you're probably eating more of carbs and fats, which again is going to keep you hungry. She's been off and on diets for years. She's feeling exhausted all day long, which again, our body cannot run on empty. It looks like Amber's is currently running on empty. She's gaining weight easily and struggling to lose it, right? And that's more likely because she's in a cycle of eating more, eating less. And when we go through these inconsistent cycles with our calories and our food, our body ends up storing it as fat, because our metabolism is sluggish and kind of holds on to body fat as a means of survival. She's also struggling with the restless sleep, which again is putting a number on the hormonal side of things. And she's also always feeling overwhelmed and exhausted, which tells me her cortisol is elevated. So her metabolic quiz score is a 4, which is on the lowest range that we have here. This in turn is a very sluggish metabolism. Okay. So what does this mean, Amber? Amber needs to follow these 3 steps to get out of this plateau that she's experiencing, to not only help with the biofeedback, the hunger, the better sleep, better energy, right? All of those things actually come as a byproduct of fixing the metabolism. So Amber needs to follow these 3 steps that I just went through, so that way she can give her body a break, start to sleep better, have better energy, and actually lose more weight in the process, right? It's crazy what happens when we do that. So take the quiz, get your results, and on the quiz, after you submit, you will be able to book your free metabolic assessment call with me. This is just a 10 to 15 minute call where you and I actually break down your results from the quiz together, and I kind of go through, hey, this is what I'm seeing, and kind of chat through some realistic next steps. Like, hey, based on where you're at, based on what you're doing, this is where we're going to start. This is where I would suggest you start, with some sustainable things that actually align for you, make sense for you. So don't forget to book that free call with me. That is not a sales call. You don't need to bring a credit card. I'm not going to pitch you. This is a free assessment that's going to help you get clarity on your next steps. All right. I hope that this resource was helpful. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. And I hope that this gives you clarity on where to go from here.